Good morning, everyone. This is Lee here. The time is now 12:09 in the afternoon, and I thought before I have lunch, I would send you a quick training video on how we deposit into Independent Reserve. I used to use CoinJar, but now I'm using Independent Reserve because of a few reasons. First of all, it's cheaper. It's about half the cost of using CoinJar, and also it's quicker and the support's great. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm here on the BitConnect site, but I'm going to open up a new tab and I'm going to go to the Independent Reserve site and I'm going to oh, it looks like I was already logged on, but I'll log off and log back in again. So when you log in, you'll be asked to put in your username and password, and then also Google Authenticator code if you have that set up on your phone. So basically what it is you download all Google Authenticator from the App Store if you're an iPhone user, or the Google Play Store if you're a Android user. And once you've set it all up, and I can explain how that gets set up in another tutorial, for those of you who ask and don't know how to use it, I can do that for you. It'll give you a code that you need to put in here, and that code only lasts for 30 seconds at a time, and then it gives you a new code. So that makes it more safe and secure. So the code that I've been given now for this 30-second period is that code, and I log in, and I'm happy to show you that code because it changes in another 15 seconds. So all good. So look, this is the site. This is Independent Reserve. It may look quite confusing and a little bit daunting, but it's really, really simple. It is really simple. I love this site. So the four tabs that I want to be concerned with are the trade, accounts, settings, and support tabs. But for this tutorial, we're only going to be focusing on how we deposit. So we come to accounts, the accounts tab here at the top. We click on that, and it'll bring up this screen. So we have all of the currencies that we can use on this on the site, but we're only going to be focusing on the main two, which is your Australian dollars and also your XBT, which is your Bitcoin. So you've got the little icons there, you know which ones they are. So if we want to deposit from our normal day banking account, Commonwealth Bank, St. George, Westpac, wherever we are, we come to the Australian dollars line and we click on this deposit option. So let's click on that. Now here we have two ways that we can transfer money into Independent Reserve. One is electronic funds transfer, which is just going into your account and then inputting the account name, the BSB, the account number, and then also including this reference in the message. Usually there's like a little box where you can input a comment or a message with the transfer, and that will tell Independent Reserve that this is your account, okay? Or that they can link it up to make sure that the money goes to your account. So that's the first one, EFT. And the second one was my favorite. I love Poly deposits. It's instant. So if you wanted money like straight away into your bank account, into your Independent Reserve account from your bank account, it happens instantly, which I love. In CoinJar, they had the same option, but it would take a day to maybe even 3 days before they would clear it. It would show up as pending, and I just like, oh, I don't like losing time, especially in the BitConnect world, because each day that you lose interest, and we don't want that. So with this poly deposit, the option here, it's great. So let's say you wanted to put in $1,000 or whatever, $500. You would just input it into the box, and then you would input your password for your account, which is in that box there. And then just note that for a poly deposit, it does incur a fee. So it is $3.30 no matter what the amount, and that'll be debited from your amount that you're sending in. So for example, if I sent in this $500, then it would only I would only receive $496.70. So it takes away that $3.30 from the amount you're sending, and it gives you the balance. But I mean, $3.30 in the scheme of things is not much. Also, because you're saving about half of the cost on a normal transfer from CoinJar, we make that money back and transfer it in the cost that it would have been normally anyway. So it's cheaper. In the long run, we save money, and that's great. So that's what I do. Input the amount, put in the password, and click on next. Then it'll take me straight to Poly Payments, and I just follow the prompts as we go. So let's do that. Select bank. I bank with St. George, and then I continue. And then I put in my card access number. Now this is just like as if I was logging into my St. George account on their internet banking. I just put in those details. So this is me pretending that I'm logging into St. George, because through Poly Payments, they're able to, through a portal, access my account via Poly Payments. So now I'm logged in through Poly Payments into my account, and I can see my balances. So I click on this account here because I've got enough to cover for the 500 I want to deposit. Just click on confirm. Now it'll ask, or it'll prompt you that it'll send an SMS message with a code to your phone that you've set up on your internet banking with your bank account. And yeah, it's simple as that. You click continue, and I don't want to continue because this is my wife's number. So it'll send her a code, and she'll say, "Why am I sending $500? You didn't tell me anything. You didn't say that you're going to be depositing." So after it's, say I got the code, say if she was sitting here next to me, and she had the code, and she'd give it to me. Once I click continue, there's a next screen which will have a box where I put that verification code in there, and I click confirm. And once that's done, the money is sent. So let's go back. I'm just going to cancel that. So we can just imagine that I've already finished all that. And if I came back to my accounts in here, just saying that there wasn't anything there, if this is all zero, there would be $496.70 sitting there. $500 minus the $3.30 fee. Okay. Now it would show up zero here in the available because it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for that to be cleared, to make sure that the process and everything has been done correctly. And once that's showing in here, we pretty much have done the deposit. And that's as simple as it is. So the next step after that, once you've deposited Australian dollars into your independent reserve account, you would need to exchange those dollars for Bitcoin. So what we're doing is we're taking it from here and we are putting it into here, exchanging or trading the Australian dollars for Bitcoin. So let's just imagine we're going to do that. This is the final bit of our training, and I'm sorry if this is taking a little bit long, but yeah, I thought maybe we'll take the opportunity and just teach you how to do that, so I save my time. I don't have to do more videos and you listen to my boring voice so much. So this is the trade page. Now the only two buttons that you will need, there's 4 options here. Okay, now it's on buy at market rate at the moment. That's the only buy that we use out of the 2. That's the only one I use. What the market rate is, that's how much I'm going to be buying my Bitcoin for at the market rate. Does that make sense? So I've got Australian dollars and I want to buy Bitcoin. That's that option. Now, if I had Bitcoin and I wanted to sell it for Australian dollars, then I would click on sell. Okay? Sell Bitcoin for Australian dollars at the current market price. Okay, so I just realized now that I said all of that information and it was just sitting there right underneath the box. Okay, oh, this is so much fun. All right, so let's do buy. Because I've got like some, I don't know how much money I've got in there. Let's start 5 cents or whatever I think it was. Anyway, if I had money in there and I wanted to exchange all of my Australian dollars for Bitcoin, I'll just click on the max here. And because I've got less than the required amount, it's not going to let me do it because I've got less than, yeah, I haven't got enough money in there because I withdrew it. I made a withdrawal. Anyway, going back, I would click on max, and what it would do, it would populate these figures here with the amounts. So just to say we took $500 for example, and I clicked on max here, it would show $500. And the estimated amount would be $500. Estimated brokerage would be 0.5%. And then it would work out what the total cost would be for me to be able to purchase the amount of Bitcoin. Sorry if it's confusing, but you will see it. I might have to do another tutorial when I have money in there, so you'll see it. and then I'll click on preview buy order, and then I'll click on place buy order, and then that would be finished and the order would be filled. It's that simple. That's how we buy Bitcoin. And if I came back to the accounts tab, then my money in here, if I clicked on max, should all be zero because I've used all of my money. And then the amount of Bitcoin that I bought at the market price would show here and here. And that's as simple as it is. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you that, but I will in another tutorial show you more about how we use independent reserve, how simple it is, how easy it is, how cheap it is, how quick it is, and then we'll start depositing into BitConnect and start lending and making some interest. So look forward to doing that. Thank you for listening to my tutorial, and I'll talk with you guys again soon.